Get started. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Bob, and today I'm going to talk about keyword notes. Okay. So, why do we use keyword notes? I don't know. You don't know. Let's find out. So, keyword notes is a simplified version of note taking and requires you to think a little bit more when you look at your notes. Okay. It's not going to replace your other notes. But what keynotes do is that they help you take quicker notes. Okay, quicker notes means that you can write more information down. It means that you're not just writing all of these extra things. So no extras, right? So some of these extras we have are prepositions, like at, on, with, such like, oops, that's not with. Okay, we don't need articles. Okay, we don't need or the. We don't need all these modals. Okay, we can add them for extra information later. Okay, but there's no extras. All we're looking at are keywords. Okay, which equals content words. Okay, so equals content words. So what are our content words? Words like nouns, okay? Anything, people, animals even, places, and kind of like big ideas like freedom, things like that, right? Ideas. Any verbs are action words, right? You guys know these ones. Play, run, go, stuff like that. We got adjectives, words that describe things. Okay, so words that describe nouns usually, right? Describe nouns. Colors, size, shape. Kind of like how something is. Adverbs. We don't have so many of these all the time, but sometimes we want to describe how the verb is. If it does something quickly, steadily, smoothly, things like that. These describe verbs, okay? And oftentimes we'll see them with words that end in ly, like happily, steadily, I don't know, many. All right, so we got our keywords. Let's make sure you remember these. Keywords are our content words that include things like nouns and verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay. So when we're listening to things, why do we use this? We use it so that we can quickly write down notes, write down important words, important notes. Okay. And then what happens with our brain? This thing. That's your brain, sorry. Every brain looks different. That's what my brain looks like. Is my brain gray? Yeah. Okay. All of our brains look different. But this helps your brain to kind of think about these ideas. So you look at a keyword. Okay. And what is it going to do? It's going to light up this light bulb in your brain. I have yellow. There we go. I got a light bulb right there. Boom. Right? Oops. Sorry. No. Go away. Okay. So we got our brain. Light bulbing up. Okay. So when you see a keyword on your notes and you're thinking about the video that you're watching, it's going to help you to remember the idea. It's going to kind of force your brain to do more work, and therefore it's going to give you a better long-term memory. Okay, and long-term memory is how you remember things for years and years and years. Long-term memory, right? Because first we have our I don't know how to describe this. First we have our short-term memory. Okay. And it's the things that we remember at the moment. Someone's name, a phone number, an idea, a content word, right? So it's just kind of like a little small nuggets of information. Okay, and if we don't capture them, is that your brain? I guess it is. Do you have a nose, person? Yeah, person, nose, eyes. Yeah, okay. If we don't capture them and put them into here, we'll lose them, okay? And we capture these by recalling, remembering things, right? You take a test, you know, you can take a quiz, you can test yourself, and by doing this, you can store this information, right? If you don't use it, you lose it, right? If you don't use it, you lose it. Really important, right? If you don't use a phone number, we don't do this anymore because we have our smartphones. But if you don't use this information, you lose it. I want to use a different color. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of how I do this process of note-taking using keyword notes. Okay, we're going to add a new page. See how we do that. Yeah, no, almost. There we go. So we got to use it. How are we going to use it? We're going to listen to that video that we watched about travel advice with Simon Calder, and I'm going to play it at normal speed. You can also reduce this if you have a tool like Video Speed Controller on your phone. No, on your computer. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to do a few minutes of this, just taking notes quickly. Blue. Do I want blue? Come on. Don't be so picky. Don't make straight lines. All right. Sorry about that. Let's watch this. Turn it full screen. I'm going to turn on the closed captioning so you can see what's happening. And I'm going to write notes. I'm going to try to look at the thing while I'm writing my notes quickly. You got the music on? Hope it's not too loud. Feels loud. Okay.
Welcome to the slice of the show that tackles your questions about getting the best out of travel. Coming up, Memphis to New Orleans by train, plane or automobile, and the best European city break at Christmas. But first, John Kay asks,
we're planning our second trip to South Africa this summer and want a beach location as well as a trip to the Kruger. We were considering Mauritius, but have also looked at Mozambique. Do you have any recommendations?
even though Mauritius is south of the equator, it's at its best in the northern summer, and it's easily combined with South Africa thanks to frequent flights from both London and Johannesburg. But I think Mozambique is also very accessible and equally rewarding. The eastern boundary of South Africa's Kruger National Park is the international frontier between South Africa and Mozambique. Head for the capital, Maputo, one of the more attractive big cities in Africa. Then go northeast along the coast to some of the Indian Ocean's loveliest beaches, without the crowds you get at more traditional destinations. Accommodation is improving all the time and prices are pleasingly low. From London.
Okay, so that's credited. It said accommodations are improving. Right? You don't have to spell everything right. You can do it later. And it said something low. Pleasingly. Right? That's an adverb. Low prices. And not everything is just one word, but we can combine some things, right? But if you're looking at my notes that are quickly written, I didn't get everything, and that's fine. But what happens is that we can go back and we can add more information, right? So from Memphis to this, European, I remember he said something like Christmas vacation, right? Which is later on in the video. We're not going to do that right now. South Africa, right? So I didn't take all these notes. So I'm trying to figure out, oh yeah, he wanted to go to both beaches and Kruger. So what was his recommendation? In Southern Africa, right? Not just South Africa. So Mauritius, he said no with that. Mozambique was a yes. It's accessible. It's boundary something. I forget that one. But it's on the frontier between South Africa and Mozambique is what? The Kruger. Okay. So even though we take keyword notes and we don't have a lot of writing, we can use symbols, right? We can use other things. We can add more things. This said this was the capital of Mose. Just gonna write as Mose. Indian Ocean along the coast on the east. Less crowded. Fix that. Okay, that's what we have so far. I'm not going to go any further, but I can use these notes now to remember everything. I can even write sentences now as a way to remember all of this. So remember that brain of yours needs, is that a brain? I guess that's a brain. It needs to recall stuff, to remember, and to reuse someday in the future. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to pause. No, I can't pause.
Michelle.
So there he is. I'm going to go to, what's it called? Quizlet. Okay. It's a pretty long video already, but you know, I'm practicing. We're going to go to our Ege Speaking Club. I want to share this with you if you haven't done this already. We're going to press the edit button, but first, why don't we share? Press that share button. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to send this to you. Actually, why don't we QR code it right now? So if you ever go to the QR code generator and plug in something, you'll get that QR code. So there's your QR code for our Quizlet that we're using in class to write about this information that you're learning in class. You can see the words here that we have on our list. Okay, the yellow ones are the ones that we've studied already. I guess I've studied already. And you can make your own study set, of course. And these are some words that we learned last week or the week before. I got to still keep adding new terms, new words to this. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to do this. Okay, so we know, you guys all know what travel is. Don't put just, put some easy words to help yourself remember, reuse them. But put in the more difficult words, like, what was the word? Accessible. Okay. And when you start your own list, you can choose what language the term is and the definition. So we have it in English and Turkish. I can click on that if I made a spelling mistake. I'm just going to choose the first one. Or you can choose the one that does both, right? Or you can always go to your Turing or whatever other dictionary you use. I'm going to type in accessible. I like to just kind of use the first one. So, yep, I'm correct there, I hope. And then I'm going to add a new card. Okay, and I don't know what frontier is. You can do this on your smartphone, of course. I'm just using my computer so I can record all of this. Let's choose that first one. Maybe both. Who knows? Let's put in frontier. Frontier is a noun, right? Yep, there we go. So yeah, it gets all these recommendations from other people who've made these, what's it called, flashcards, as we call them. Okay, I'm just going to add these two for now. And then close that. And yeah, if you want to study this now, you can go ahead and study. You can press the flashcards to kind of go over them. Oops, sorry. If you click on it, it'll tell you what it is. Rahat, to be comfortable. You can study, right? You can figure out what these terms mean. I think you can go from both ways. Nope, it wants you just to go one way. You can quiz yourself. You can learn with the learn button. If you have the app, you can also use this. I don't think learning works on there all the time because you have to pay for it. But you can test yourself as well, right? Good natured, is it that? I don't know. I need to study some more, just like you all need to study. So this is Quizlet. I will send you the link so that you can join the classroom. I'm going to send you this so you can also edit it. You can add your own words. You can make your own list, right? So create, go to study set, name it after yourself. Ege Speaking work list or something, something, something. We have some terms in there. But yeah, so this is Keyword Notes. I guess I can't go back. Keyword Notes help you learn quicker. You don't need all these extra things. You don't need to write the full sentence. It's almost impossible for you to write quicker than someone talks. If you have a computer, you can, but you don't remember as much, right? So keywords help us to focus our ideas, our thoughts onto just one word, and let our brains kind of do the other part. All right. So if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Please watch this video again. Try to take keyword notes. It's just practice. If you're not good at this, you can get better with practice, right? Just watch anything. Have a piece of paper with you. Try to watch it. Try to catch as many words as you can. Even if you can't write fast enough, you can still remember words after the video is over, right? So you're really being engaged. Your brain is being a part of this learning process rather than just, sitting there being passive. Okay, some people are good at that. That's good, and you can understand it. And maybe you can answer the questions in class, but tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month, will you be able to remember it? Probably not. So please use keyword notes, use Quizlet as a way to learn new words, find new words first, put them in yourself, practice, study, learn, recall, do all of that. Good luck, everybody out there in English language learning world. It's a long breath. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.